Hello fellow football connoisseurs and welcome to the Quick Take. Callum Wilson has reportedly been offered to Chelsea and I hope to answer the question whether or not he is good enough for the Blues, along with going over the most recent updates regarding Jhon Duran. Before I continue, I would like to quickly remind you I am running a giveaway with OwnASaber.com where at 15,000 subscribers you could be in with a chance at winning the King of London lightsaber, the perfect saber for every Chelsea fan. 3 participants will be chosen and all you have to do to enter is subscribe to the channel and check the pinned comment down below for more information. And with that, on with the video. Kicking things off with the best news possible. Jhon Duran now injured and not available for the next few weeks. Now, not celebrating his injury, I'm just celebrating the rest of the news here. The last action against Everton, he was injured for the next few weeks. He's not going to be available, says Unai Emery. Good evening. Chelsea never sent any formal or verbal bid as they just discussed Duran internally. And then John Townley and Birmingham Live reported Aston Villa are insisting that Jhon Duran will not be leaving the club this month despite interest from Chelsea. Honestly, fantastic, ideal news. You guys heard my thoughts regarding the Jhon Duran potential bid in the horizon in yesterday's video, and you all know how against that deal I was. I just really don't think a striker with 2 goals in the Premier League this season, who's pretty inexperienced when it comes to minutes in the Premier League, is exactly what we need right now. We either need a Karim Benzema or someone who's a lot more experienced, especially in the Premier League, and that is where the focus of this video comes in. Chelsea have been alerted to a potential opportunity with Callum Wilson, who is available for a cut price of £18 to £20 million. That's from Jacobs Ben, Nizar Kinsella and Jack Talbot, reported by CFC Pice around 10 hours ago. This was then backed up by HITC News. Newcastle recently turned down a loan bid from Atletico Madrid, but if they are to receive a big money offer up front, Wilson has also been offered to Chelsea and Manchester United. Then the North East Giants could seize the opportunity to cash in on a striker who, while still an excellent source of goals, is due to turn 32 in February and possesses a worrying injury record. We'll get into that a bit later. While Danny Ings impressed on a rare start during Sunday's 2-2 draw at Sheffield United, West Ham remain keen on a new number 9. David Moyes' side have been linked with Aston Villa's benchwarmer Jhon Duran. Benchwarmer, come on guys, why were we even interested in him in the first? We should not have been discussing this guy. While HITC have been told that there is interest in Chelsea's Armando Broja and AS Alkmaar talisman Vangelis Pavlidis. We were also linked with Vangelis Pavlidis earlier in the window. I did report on that news as well. Wilson, however, would bring an almost guarantee of goals to the London Stadium. The 9-time England international hit the target 18 times for Newcastle in 2022-23 and has 8 from 20 appearances this term. Last season, Newcastle were on a different level. This season, they kind of dropped off. They're obviously dealing with a lot of injuries. They've signed players like Tonali, who they've not been able to utilise, and they're also dealing with European football for the first time in I don't know how long, ages. But as I said, this season, 20 games, 8 goals, 1 assist, 2 yellow cards in 1,076 minutes. So it's nearly a goal. Well, in the Premier League, he's scored 7 in 723 minutes. So basically, he's scoring roughly 1 goal every 103 minutes, something like that. So it's nearly every 90 minutes he's scoring a goal. So if he's playing a full 90 minutes, then you're going to expect him to have some sort of contribution to the attacking lineup up front. However, Callum Wilson does have a rather worrying injury record. He joined Newcastle in the 2021 season, and since then he's had quite a number of injuries: hamstring strain, hamstring injury, 17 days out, 56 days out. Hamstring injury again. This was all in the same season. He's had 4 hamstring injuries in one season. That was in the 2021 season. Hamstring injury going into the second season, 21-22, 48 days out. Calf injury, 125 days out. Missed 20 games with that calf injury. Came back the next season, hamstring injury, out for over a month. COVID, out for 10 days. Hamstring injury, out for a month that time. And he's been out for a calf injury for a full month now. And he's still not back to playing. Honestly, it is slightly worrying. In terms of getting goals, though, he is still quite good. As I said, last season, he had, 18 goals? Yeah, 18 goals and 5 assists in 2,257 minutes altogether, or 36 appearances for Newcastle. Yeah, he also did miss a number of injuries. We've gone through his injury record there. From my point of view, and I've obviously watched Newcastle religiously this season or last season. However, what I have seen from him is he is a striker who likes to receive the ball with his back to goal, and then either with a nice little flick or some nice control of the ball, he's able to get round players, or sometimes he just lays the ball off and then makes a run in behind. But he does like to have his back to goal when he does receive the ball and then work from there. In front of goal, he's really composed. From what I've seen, a lot of his goals do come from, it looks like, a disjointed defence, mainly from counter-attacks. I think Newcastle last season, or maybe this season as well, they've been pretty dangerous on the counter-attacks, and Callum Wilson has been a big part of that. Chelsea, of course, we do have counter-attacks, but we're mainly dominating the games in terms of possession, and so obviously counter-attacks aren't that evident. They aren't that prevalent in our games. But he's turning 32 years old on the 27th of February, so in terms of experience, he's exactly what we need. We have a very young side, and having a 32-year-old striker, some may think, oh, that's too old, he's injury-prone, but listen, 18 to 20 million pounds, I think he's actually not a bad deal. If we can shift on Breuer for something like 30 to 35 million pounds, bring in Callum Wilson as sort of a stopgap, almost, we may even sell him in the future to a Saudi club, maybe after this season, maybe when Victor Osimhen comes in the summer window. Although maybe Callum Wilson could be a very good backup option for Victor Osimhen. Say Victor Osimhen picks up an injury, then Callum Wilson could come in. But again, his injury record is still prevalent, and maybe we miss out both. But then again, we have Nkunku can play striker. We've got Nicholas Jackson, Breuer we're gone, and hopefully David Washington will be on loan. But having someone like Callum Wilson at the club, having someone like Callum Wilson in the attack is exactly what we're looking for. And it does look like the Karim Benzema deal is going to fall through. His wages are just too high. I think there was a report he was making 200 million not a week, bloody hell, 200 million a week. Wow, I want that. 200 million a year at Etihad. Of course, it is falling apart, and he is wanting a loan move away. But his high wages, even with a massive pay cut, would just be a bit too much for us in terms of bringing in a loan player. And obviously, we will be looking at having Victor Osimhen on competitive wages when he does come in the summer transfer window. But Callum Wilson, to me, this is a definite yes, especially compared to Jhon Duran. I mean, there's night and day difference, but Callum Wilson, to me, I think in terms of proven, in terms of experience, I don't think you can get much better for that price than Callum Wilson right now. I still think he's very, very strong in front of goal. I think he's, I think he'd be a fantastic addition to our attacking lineup. Let me know down in the comment section down below your thoughts on Callum Wilson. Should we get him for 18 to 20 million? My verdict, I think yes. I don't think anything. I can't see anything majorly wrong with this deal. I still think he's got it in him to be a pretty good goal scorer for a team, especially Chelsea, who do create a lot of chances. Of course, he would be working alongside the likes of Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer. We got attacking wing backs now. Ben Chilwell's now back from injury, and he had a really good game against Middlesbrough at that left back position. Colwell is known for his long balls over the top, and now he's playing in his desired position. Maybe we'll see a lot more of those. Maybe Callum Wilson can get on the end of those and maybe score a goal or two. I'm certainly down for that. But that is not all, of course. Chelsea do face Aston Villa tomorrow in the FA Cup round 4. Unfortunately, it is not going to be shown in the UK. Kickoff is 7:45 p.m. That is 7:45 p.m. UK time. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a strong game. We're missing a number of players through injury. Nkunku, Ugochukwu, Mola Gusto, Mark Cucurella, Reece James, of course. Sanchez is still out. Lavia is still out. Trevor Chalobah is out, and Wesley Fofana, of course, he is out for the rest of the season. He was injured in pre-season, of course. However, from training, we did see Malo Gusto and Christopher Nkunku in the training videos today, and there were some rumours around Mykhailo Mudryk not being seen in training, although there was a video posted not long ago by Chelsea where Mudryk was spotted in training, so maybe it might have just been a bit of a scare, but it does look like Malo Gusto and Christopher Nkunku are back to training with the full team. Whether they'll be ready for tomorrow's game is another case. We may see Disasi or maybe even Harvey. We may see Disasi or even Alfie Gilchrist starting at right back, and hopefully Ben Chilwell starting at left back. It will be a very interesting game against Aston Villa. I don't want to see Colwell left back again. I know we shouldn't be rushing players back from injury, but Ben Chilwell, I think, if he's utilised correctly and we take care of him and we try and avoid having him on the ball as much as he would beforehand, just allowing him to find his way back into the team, I'm not against that. And he doesn't have to play the full 90 minutes. He can play 60 minutes just to kind of get through the worst of the game where everyone's at full fitness and he's able to deal with the pace of the Aston Villa attackers. And then after the 60th minute mark, maybe he might come off. Colwell can go onto the Colwell can move over, and we can bring on someone who's a bit more defensive. Yeah, Badiashile is not on the injury list, and Trevor Chalobah, I don't think he'll be seeing any game time anytime soon. We may see some advancements in Trevor Chalobah's exit from Chelsea Football Club soon. Of course, he does have interest from a number of clubs, so hopefully in this last 5 days of the transfer window, we will see some stuff start heating up, especially around Armando Broja. But that about wraps up today's video. Again, if you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. I've been the Quick Take, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.